Good morning, friends. Today is Friday, January 29th, and it is quite cold outside. There's snow. It's been snowing for the past few days, and today is my last day of my first week of second year of vet school. Well, it took a while to get that out, but yes, today is my first day of actual in-person classes. We're doing hybrid learning, so I am getting my car ready. It is completely frozen over, and I have to leave soon, so I'm gonna try and warm it up while I can. Oh, and the door came open, so that's good. So yeah, here's a lovely view of what it looks like inside my car. There's snow everywhere, and I need to get it started. All right, she's on, got the heat going, and now I'm going to try and scrape all the snow off. All right, finally got everything taken care of. I'm running a little bit late, but I live close to school, so it should be fine, and I'll talk to you when I'm there. All right, y'all, I am back in the car. I just finished up with all my morning classes, so I'm about to head home. And then I've got 2 hours until pharmacology, and I think I'm gonna stay home for the rest of the day since I'm going home anyway, so see you there. All right, I am back home now, as you can see, and it's about noon, so I'm going to go ahead and have some lunch. I think I'm going to eat some chili and probably just hang out for a little bit. And as I said before, my next class isn't until 2 o'clock, so I'm going to do some Anki cards and some studying and catching up. And yeah. All right, so I've got a nice big bowl of chili here, as well as some saltine crackers and some water. I'm gonna eat this and relax. I'm back in the office. It's after lunch. It's about 12:44, and so now I am going to work on a few Anki cards. I'm gonna start with CysPath since that's the first class I had today, and then if I still have time before pharmacology, I'll do virology Anki cards, and then yeah, so I'll just be working on that, and I'll show you kind of how I do that, how I put that together, especially for classes like CysPath where there's a lot of images. I think the image occlusion tool on Anki is super helpful. It's one of my favorites actually, just because I am a very visual learner. So I'll show you all of that, and let's get started. All right, so I've got my notes here from CysPath. So basically I'm just gonna minimize this real quick, and then I can go over here to open up Anki, but I already have it open, so I'll just open that up. And then I have different decks for each class. So here's ClinPath. I have all my stuff from last semester, radiology, CysPath, and virology. And then I have other classes as well, but sometimes I'll use different study methods for different classes. So I'm just gonna go to CysPath. And just for reference, to create a deck, all you have to do is go down here to create deck, and then you can name it whatever you want. And then when you make a deck, you can stack them under different things. So I could have this guy, maybe just be its own deck, or I could stack it under CysPath. And then this one is double stacked because it's under CysPath, and then it's under CysPath exam 1. So there's that. And so this is the lecture that I'm currently working on. So I'm gonna open this up. And as you can see, I've already added some cards here. So I'm just gonna hit add at the very top. It'll open up that window. Then I can go to liver pathology, and I like to make it big and then do a split screen. This is just my personal preference, but I think it's the easiest. And so here it's basically just like Quizlet. You can enter a front and a back. You can do a close deletion. So it's basically like fill in the blank. You have quite a bit of different options. And so I'm gonna work on these for a little bit. And then if I come to a card where I use image occlusion, I'll show you that. And that's this button right over here. So here, this isn't going to be an image occlusion card, but I am going to copy and paste an image in here. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. So I'll just go to the snipping tool, new, and then screenshot it. Obviously this is different if you have a MacBook, but there. And then I'm gonna enter the text. What morphological change has occurred? And then the answer would be cholangiolar hyperplasia. So just wanted to show you that real quick. You can do screen grabs and insert them as cards as well, which I think is super helpful because I know Quizlet has a feature for that, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay premium for that, and this is completely free. Hello friends, I just finished up with my first hour of pharmacology. It's a 2-hour class, but it's broken up into 2 blocks, so have about a 10-minute break in between each section. We just finished up with our GI tract pharmacology, so we talked about antiemetics, antidiarrheals, laxatives, GI motility drugs, all that good stuff. And so now we are moving on to ocular pharmacology, which should be interesting. We have kind of like a guest lecturer, because usually we have one professor who talks to us about most of the drugs and everything, like he's our consistent professor, but occasionally he will bring in a doctor from the hospital and they'll talk to us about their specialty. So that is about to start here in a couple minutes, and I just went and grabbed my coffee that I got earlier. I didn't have a chance to drink it when I got home because it was lunchtime and I didn't want to drink my coffee with chili. That seems kind of weird. So drinking it now. It is a white Vans latte, and honestly I'm not really sure what that means. I can't remember what's in it. I think it's like sweetened condensed milk. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a white mocha, but not really. I don't know, but it tastes good and I'm glad I have it because I definitely need to pick me up. After pharmacology, I have another class that's on Zoom, and then I need to do all my notes for today. So should be a great Friday night. All right, I am officially done with classes for the day, thank goodness. It's been a very long day. So now I just have to work on some study materials. I finished my Anki cards for CysPath over the course of the day, so that's good, got that knocked out. I have to do some for virology, and then pharm, I did about half of that class whilst I was in lecture, so I was just filling in my little study guide. And then I did a little bit more during the other half of the lecture, but there was a lot of material and it was hard to keep up, so I just kind of put a pause on that because I can always go back in and fill in whatever information needs to be put there. So that is what I am about to work on. I just finished my disaster relief class. It's very interesting. It's basically a series of modules that we do, and it's supposed to help us prepare in the event of a disaster. So, you know, like hurricanes or fires or anything like that, because obviously humans aren't the only people who are affected by disasters. Animals are often neglected and left behind, so it's pretty cool. I'm excited to learn more about that. We have an extra van at the school, so once we're certified, apparently we can actually go out on actual disaster relief missions, so that is pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that class. I think it should be good, especially because they're letting us work through it at our own pace. So basically everything just has to be in before May 7th, and I'm sure I can get that done pretty early, and then I'll just have that class knocked out, which will be nice. And yeah, so I need to do all my schoolwork stuff. I need to work out today, and then I don't know. I think I'll start filming another video, do some editing, and just kind of see what happens tonight. It's a Friday night, so I'm going to try to relax and just chill out because it's been kind of a long day, surprisingly. Fridays are usually chill, but this semester it seems like it is not going to be that way, which is fine. I was prepared when I started the semester, so gonna get started on my work and then I'll check in with you guys later. Really quickly, I just wanted to show you guys an example of the image occlusion that I was talking about earlier in Anki. So I just took this screenshot from my notes and I'm just going to copy it in here or paste it in here. And then I'm going to hit this button. You can also start by hitting that button and then upload an image, but I typically just do it this way. So then I'll scroll over so that I can see the full image. And so to test myself, what I'll do is I'll block off certain things. So for example, capsid. We'll just put a block over that. Nucleic acid. Viral proteins. Go here. Host cell proteins. And then membrane envelope. So basically, I'm just going to block off things so that I can see the image, and then I can click on the box to reveal what the answer is. There's a couple of different ways that you can go about this for how you want the cards to show up. Down here, you have the option of hide all, guess one. So you can read the little pop up there, but basically it will generate a bunch of cards, and all of the cards will have everything blocked off, and then it'll just have one of the cards highlighted for you to select. That way you can't like give yourself any hints from the other words not being hidden, if that makes sense. Or you can do hide one, guess one. So basically it'll only hide one word on here or one block, and then you can see everything else that would typically be blocked off, and it'll just generate a bunch of cards with each of your terms being blocked off. I prefer to do hide all, guess one, just because I think it tests me better, but it's totally up to you. So just close out of that, delete that, and then I'll go on with the rest of my cards. All right, friends, I am back post shower and workout. I'm feeling good, and I am about to get things ready for dinner. Tonight we're having meatball subs, so let me show you what I've got going on the stove. So I've got some pasta sauce here. It was left over from some pizzas that we made the other night, and so we're doing some meatball subs, but as you can see, there's not quite enough pasta sauce for all the meatballs, so I'm trying to bulk it up a little bit. I've got some olive oil and some garlic cooking off here, and then I have some tomato paste here, as well as some seasonings, basil, onion powder, and then some red pepper flakes. So I'm going to try to bulk it up a little bit, maybe add some cream or something, I don't know, maybe some chicken stock, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's what I've got going on right now. All right, so I've cooked down the tomato paste just a little bit, and now we're gonna add some water. Just kind of mix and emulsify it. All right, so I've added the rest of the seasonings as well as the remaining sauce and kind of just mix everything up, and I'm just gonna let this warm up. JP's been having some skin issues, so we've had him on antibiotics for the past 2 weeks, and he's just about to finish it out. So I've got his pill and his cheese, and as you can see, he's ready and he knows what's about to happen. Do you want your cheese and your pill? Yeah, come on. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. So yeah, it was a little rough at first because JP has never really had to be on medications. So it took a little bit of training, but he's all good now, and it's been super easy getting him to take the pill because he knows that the cheese is coming right after. So little tip for you if you ever need to pill your dog. All right, meatballs are in, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover this and then cook for about 25 minutes. All right, folks, here is the finished product. I've got my meatball sub. It's looking kind of messy, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. Got some hot Cheetos here as well. I mean, honestly, if anyone knows what the proper side for a meatball sub is, please let me know because I have no idea. But I'm going to eat this, watch some show, relax, and go to sleep. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!